Hello everybody and welcome back to Casual Gamer Oz, and I mentioned at the end of our last video, our first race on Season 2 in career mode, that we might have a invitational event, and we do have an invitational event, and it looks to me as though we've gotten a choice between two beautiful looking machines in an F2004 and an F2002. We do. So we have a checkpoint challenge in Belgium, so from a rolling start, race around the track to cover the target distance before the time runs out. Or we have a time attack race against the clock to complete the required laps before the time runs out. So I don't think I've done a time attack before. I've obviously raced in both an F2004 and a 2002. I like the 2004 better. I'm not a big fan overall of these circuits that I'm actually good at. But we are going to go with the time attack. Sounds more interesting. Let's go with Azerbaijan. And we'll go for an F2002. Because that's how we roll, apparently. And I guess it's an interesting choice. Azerbaijan, it's a street one. You realise I'm probably going to end up in the wall, but I felt I did quite well on this in our online mode in an F2004. Of course, I should have won that race, but for some reason, it was one of those weirdly disqualification glitches that goes very strange there from time to time. So after the disappointment there was Australia, we're going to try and bounce back by doing well here in an invitational event and driving a beautiful F2002, one of the most successful Formula 1 cars in the history of the sport. Alrighty. So let's just clarify the rules here, please. Race against the clock to complete the required laps before the timer is out. So I've got to do 3 laps in 5 minutes and 35 seconds. It's very similar to the time attack one. Instead of having to go through checkpoints this time around, I've actually just got to do 3 laps in that amount of time. So, okay, let's give this a crack. Never done one of these before. Do I start from a rolling start? I do. Oh, listen to that. Listen to that. Oh. Just sounds amazing. Alrighty. An F2002 around Azerbaijan. Of course, never raced around here in real life. I feel the F2002 has a bit more grip in the back end than the 2004. So, a little bit easier to drive, but I still prefer the F2004. Now, there are other cars in this race. There are. Apparently. So I'm guessing you must get some sort of bonus, perhaps, if you overtake these other cars. Interesting. I just assume you would have had the circuit to yourself. Whereas I saw an interview today with another person, the circuit. That was an interesting way of saying it. I guess technically that's how it's spelt. So we're just going to try and do slow and steady here to see if that is all you need to do. I don't actually know the true pace in terms of if that's a realistic achievement if you just drive it safely or you've got to try and push it. We'll soon find out as we get into the castle section. I guess these extra drivers are here just add to a little bit of the challenge. You know, make it so you've got to go out there and do your best. I'm going to guessing they're all very... I mean, I'm catching these cars at a rapid rate, so obviously they're... in a lower class, perhaps, or they're just different cars. Whoa, did I get a bit of a slide there? Well, it's a 98 McLaren, from what it looked like there. And, of course, that's in a C2 category, is it not? So, I didn't realise you could race C2s against C1s. I'm going to get held up here by the McLaren, as I'm going to have to go around it into this super fast section of the circuit. Now, this feels amazing in an F2004, and it feels just as good in an F2002. Just the grip levels that you can just open this baby up. Now, I didn't really see in terms of my time and all that sort of stuff what the average lap time needs to be here. We completed the first lap, and I don't know again if we're on target, but we'll see how we go. It hasn't really given me a lap time, so we couldn't see coming into the last lap at least what we might have to do. I think it's just going to be a case of it probably is a manageable time. It's just going to come down to how much you're going to get held up by these slower cars. I don't know what we've got ahead of us here. This looks like a Williams, is it, perhaps? I can't actually see. Looks like a 96 Williams. So I think they've deliberately put in the slower cars for you to really challenge it there. So you can race the C1s against the C2s, of course, in certain races, but interesting that they've done this. I still want to have these cars up against the modern cars, which, again, sadly, you can't seemingly do. So maybe it will be a patch or sort of a new feature that Codemasters will include at some point. There's obviously some download that's failing to update for me at the moment, but we'll see what new features I can do. One thing actually I was thinking about today is how cool it would be if they, throughout the life of this, will include extra classic cars, you know, to download perhaps or to purchase. I mean, that would be cool. That would entice people to do it. Imagine if all of a sudden they were like, oh, you can get a McLaren from, 99, back-to-back championships there for Mika Hakkinen, or, get the 2013 Red Bull, or, just something like that. I would really like one of the mid-90s Benettons that Schumacher won his championships in. Obviously, we're just, the time of recording this, saw Mick Schumacher driving the B194 in Spa, his dad's car that won the 94 championship. And, they're a beautiful-looking car, so it would be great if they could do that. If you're listening, Codemasters, I'm sure it's not like you haven't had somebody request that before, but include that as kind of like purchasable content or something along those lines. I would buy it. I'm sure a lot of F1 fans out there would gladly do it. Remember, like, SingStar and, it's a 92 Williams gives me a bit of trouble. Oh, that's going to cost me. Slowly trolling around the frickin' circuit, if you don't mind. And I'm stuck. I'm trying to do the Austin Power. Oh, you've got to be shitting me. This is ridiculous. I thought I had this covered. I'm trying to do it so I don't hit my front wing. And, this is a comedy of errors all of a sudden here in Casual Gamer Oz. Hope you're enjoying it. Thank you. All right. As I was saying, SingStar, Guitar Hero, all those sort of games, you could have extra songs that you could purchase, wouldn't it be great to do that? Anyway, God, I've lost the point of it now. Far out. I've gone so well here. How do I have a car behind me? I'm getting lapped by an F2004. Well, screw you, Marino. You gonna push me off? Come on. Bastard. Anyway, welcome to Casual Gamer Oz. I hope this is the first time you've tuned into one of these videos to see how bad we are. Clearly you can see it's my terrible reversing skills. Don't you wish we still did the last race? How was collision? What did I do? He ran into me! Rigged. Anyway, we've got 10 seconds to probably complete half a lap. Not going to happen. Let's run in the back of Moreno. 2, 1, boof! Boof! Fail. Oh well, we tried. We tried, and we tried. That's all that you can do here on Casual Gamer Oz. And we got a little bit closer. Just have a bit of a look at the replay, because we just like to check out how beautiful this little F2002 is. That sounds a little bit off there in terms of the level. The overall sound there. Anyway, it's a beautiful machine. Alright, that's been Invitational Event number 1 for our season here in Season 2 at F2000 and what are we, F12? I can't even speak properly, I'm just annoyed. Let's shut up and we'll move into round 2 of China. Remember, like, subscribe, comment, and we'll have another invitational race obviously coming up your way soonish here on Casual Gamer Oz. Until then, thank you very much and speak to you soon. Good night.